Hi there, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're going to enjoy today's ride with me. We left Cape Town at the beginning of the spring when you can expect to see flowers, and so I'm hoping you'll enjoy this trip. It's from Cape Town to Elands Bay. We're stopping off at Velddrif, and you'll have seen in the last episode what an amazing time we had there. Have a look, enjoy the ride. And here we are in the Piketberg. Coming down into the flay of Elands Bay. Over there you see the bay, looking out towards Lambert's Bay in the distance. There's a railway line access road all the way along that way. I'm not sure that it's good for cars though. Not always accessible, gates are locked. But it's looking green despite the weather. Flowers are not as expected, mainly due to the fact that there's been overcast weather. Shame about that. Still, it's beautiful. And look at it this way, we've got all this space and the background noise of birds, and we're going to come across some wildlife shortly. You'll see that too. Riddling Haze Mountains in the distance. We've just crossed over the mountain and we are coming into Elands Bay now. This is the Verloren Vlei, or Lost Lake, on our right hand side. For our foreign tourists, I want you to notice please that the roads are in such fantastic condition. Look how well kept they are. They're safe, there's no potholes for you guys from England. I know I've been there, there's potholes everywhere. Of course, here in Elands Bay, along the west coast of South Africa, we do have the advantage of more favorable weather, which I must admit, even though it's overcast right now, there's blue sky above the clouds and it's not all that cold. It's actually quite pleasant. Really nice weather, actually. Excellent for surfing for the guys that are coming here to look for a wave. Evidence of a small town economy on our left there. As you can see, there have been people that have come and gone. Of course, being so far away from the main city centers, the main businesses or occupations here would be tourism and fishing. A lovely place to retire. I used to come here as a kid, and I still do occasionally come up and have a look at the waves. The surfing here is incredible. If you're familiar with Jeffreys Bay, then you know what to expect looking at this place. Jeffreys Bay Point Break breaks right, and Elands Bay breaks left. So if you're goofy, this is the place for you. We had a really pleasant journey driving up here. It only took us, well, less than an hour from Velddrif to get to Elands Bay. The twitchers love coming here as well for the bird life. You will see flamingos and you'll see the African spoonbill occasionally too. We're coming into the Elands Bay port and along this lovely mountain. There's the railway track just on our left there going in towards the tunnel. But on our right here's a lovely little suburb. I was quite excited about this when I drove around there. It's right near the surf. I mean, a couple of 100 meters walk to the beach. And some really amazing houses, 3-4 bedroom houses going for under $180,000 American. Yeah, I'm saying that rather coyly because 3.5 million rands does sound like a heck of a lot more. And there's the Baboon Point Tunnel coming into view there on the left. It's quite a nice long walk through the dark, probably a kilometer or two. I must check on that distance actually, go and have a look at that. But the trains coming through there, sometimes 3 kilometers long, and regularly make that journey of 861 kilometers from Sishen in the Northern Cape, bringing raw iron ore to Saldanha. One train will comprise 340 wagons, and each wagon can weigh 100 tons. So go figure what that train is pulling, eh? Surf spot. And you do want to walk along this beach. I love looking at the traffic on this highway. Isn't this just where you want to be, huh? We were fortunate enough to find a few sunny spots where the flowers were smiling up at the sunshine. The west coast of South Africa is famous for its wildflowers, and in springtime, you'll notice, yes, a lot of tourists come up this way to have a look at the daisies. Why is it called Namaqualand, you ask? Well, that's the traditional home of the Nama people, very peaceful people, and the Kwa part of this name means people, and they speak the Nama language. The Nama language, by the way, is a Kuku language, K-H-O-E language. It is the only language in the Kuku group that is still spoken. Sometimes in early spring when you come here and you look at the mountains from a distance, you'll think that there's a fire up ahead. There's just this shower of orange all over the mountain. Other times you'll look at another mountain and the same sort of feature, but in white, and you'd think there's snow. This is what I love coming to have a look at. Just the space, sound. Kind of silence you can listen to forever. Good spot for fishing. Around the corner, good spot for surfing. Not too shabby over there for a little beach break. Look at that. Of course, during the week there's no one here, which is even better. Where you want to be. A little bit of peace and quiet, isolation. And of course the daisies, it's that time of year. Who was this daisy? Titus, I believe. Yeah, all this space. Nice. If you have a 4x4 and a fishing rod, this place is for you. You'll love this drive. And at last, here it is, one of those trains I was telling you about. How long is this one? Oh dear, oh, it's not as long as I was hoping. But as I said, sometimes I've seen them come past and they're like 3 kilometers long. Incredible trains. Imagine how much weight they must be carrying. This one's empty. It's on its way back up north to Sishen. A little bit over 800 kilometers from Saldanha. I believe at one time early in the 2000s, South Africa held the world record for the heaviest trains. Like, there were about 13 locos pulling this train. But since then, Australia has beaten our record. Let's come back to the point and have a look for surfers. Maybe there's someone out there. Guys who remember surfing with me in those days. Remember when where there was no water, nothing to wash our dishes with. There was a locust swarm and they kept on hopping onto the braai while we were eating our crayfish. Oh, there's the crayfish factory. Yeah, it looks pretty decadent right now. There's not much maintenance going on there. It's a small town. While the demand for crayfish is high, the price is obviously well beyond the affordability of the local residents. Of course, as you know, a drone only has a maximum altitude of 120 meters, so I've been longing to get up and have a look, see what's on top of this mountain. It's only about 100 meters high, but now we can see there's an aerial on top. And there they are, a couple of guys out in the surf. Maybe a 1 or 2 foot surf, but it's better than nothing, and hey, it's a perfect ride left. Look at that. I'm sure most surfers would agree it's not the size of the wave or the number of waves you catch, it's just the time you spend at one with the ocean. What a pleasure. Well, it's been a fun flight. Yeah, tested the range of it, managed to get to the edge of the point at Baboon Point, I believe, beyond the factory and back to the car park. And on our way back home, down south, we encountered this little fella. Hello, mole. Hello, mole. You don't want to kill this little guy. Hello. Hello. What are you? Oops, he bites. Yeah, he's got big teeth, that one. Come on. Come on. Off you go. I tried hard to persuade him to get off the road. We were worried about the traffic killing him. But for a little chap that size, he certainly had some spirit. He was prepared to stay and fight. But look at the size of those teeth.
What is it?
It's a dune rat.
I've never seen that before. Is it a baby?
I don't know. But I didn't want to ride over him or anyone else to do that, so I'm chasing him away.
Yeah.
Now he's getting smart. He knows we're not going to kill him.
What do you call it?
I'll have to look it up, but it looks like a dune rat or dune mole or something. They live in the dunes here. And that's the little fishing village of Dwaskiersbos.